Welcome back to the Mail-In Podcast. I'm your host, Dillon Shivery, coming to you live from the Lodge. It is December 15th, 2020. Joining me is my co-host, Sally DeFries. What's up, Sal?
2020, he says.
Did you say 2020 or 2020?
I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it.
I've never paid attention to that either.
It sounds like we're stoned. We're not.
I say 2020.
Yeah. 20. Okay. Yeah,
I say 2020.
No one's doing that.
Okay, you know what y'all don't have because you're a 5-person company. So
A lot. We don't have.
A number of things.
today, during the pandemic, my practice got bought out by a national practice. So we were owned by one company that was based in Florida, and now we're owned by another company that I think is based in New Jersey or something.
Did y'all get bear hugged?
I don't know what that means.
Just say yes.
Sure.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Very cool.
So anyway, because we're under a new corporate management, we had all these listservs so that you could send out a email to all the people in our practice, like all the anesthetists and all the anesthesiologists. Like if you want someone to cover your shift, or people will be like, hey, does anybody know a doctor for, my broken foot?
Right.
Who do you recommend? So my boss actually emailed what he thought was just our practice, Austin-based practice.
Oh, no.
It was the
No.
entire practice, the whole nationwide practice, thousands of providers, asking if anybody could recommend a nutritionist.
Oh, dope.
And
Oh, my God.
New year, new you.
it has turned in, I'm not kidding. So
How many people are we talking that received this?
thousands.
Yeah.
And then quickly responded that was a mistake. Please disregard. Wrong listserv.
Ooh, my bad.
Now everyone, all adults, are commenting back please take me off of this list, people. So now it's turned into this first 4 Karens were excuse me, why am I on this list? I don't know who you are.
Okay, not that big of a deal.
And then now everyone's taking it to a whole new level of people are just commenting snide ass shit. Someone sent a food pyramid back as a gif.
That's mean.
And then someone else.
No,
So
that
now
would
it's
be me.
so long. It's 80 something replies of people just being replying all. So I'm getting all of these emails, and I'm texting my friend about it right now.
You should after it finally dies down, people responding, wait 3 months and be like, yeah, sorry, I'm just now saying this, and revive it. And
No,
see
but
what
somebody's
happens.
this has really boosted my morale, and then people this is unprofessional. People are arguing now
Oh my
on the
gosh.
reply all, and some guy just replied
Relax, folks.
and goes, can someone add my ex-wife to the list?
Man, I want to be on this email thread.
I
like a
just
good time.
adults, do you not understand that when you reply all, you're just perpetuating the problem? Now
Right.
everyone else is getting it when they
Right.
weren't supposed to.
There's got to be somebody who listens to this podcast that got that email.
Maybe.
If you got that email, let us know.
But I feel so bad because now we have it we also have another practice email going around about vaccines, COVID vaccines. And someone was because we're trying to figure out, somebody was confused about how to sign up for your slot. And so people are responding with directions. And someone was like, I figured it out, but can someone recommend a nutritionist? So people are, it's so poor.
Yeah.
My poor coworker who sent it out is probably this is the worst.
So at Grand we used to do, when it was someone's birthday, we would do company-wide, happy birthday emails, and people would respond with, gifts and everything. And finally, after a while, people just stopped, happy birthday, Dave, or whatever, and, no one would say a word.
Yeah.
And it got really funny. I mean, we just,
I'm sorry,
we would
Dave.
just, no, I'm not him specifically.
No
but
one
me. It
cares
was
about your
me.
birthday.
It was definitely me.
probably, Micah or somebody, actually.
I feel I remember Will talking about this because I feel
Yeah,
he was
they
no
were
one
funny.
responded about mine.
It's we should probably just stop doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's great.
How do
I'm
I-
still getting responses right now. I've at least muted it because my phone, I was in the OR. It was just vibrating constantly. I was I got to figure out how to silence this shit.
It would be a real shame if someone out there provided me with fake healthcare professional credentials so I could get a vaccine. That would be a real shame if someone were to send me that stuff. It's like a card. It says David Ruff, healthcare professional.
It's
Vaccine?
Just
Yes, please.
healthcare professional.
Yeah. Front lines. Stolen valor.
Oh yeah, what's the story with you? Are you getting the like? Are you like
I'm tier
high
1.
up there? Okay, cool.
But
Tier
you,
1.
When are you getting it?
I replied to a survey. Basically, we like put in our information because we're not required to get it. But if you want to get it, you put in our information and they contact you back with like 3 appointment times. But they're trying to roll it out at like 3 of our major hospitals so that you can get it while you're at work. And I think it's supposed to be in like the next. They're supposed to get doses in the next like week.
Yeah. Cool.
So.
Good stuff.
And then I guess it's all through our work stuff. So then they track it because then you're supposed to get another dose in like 21 days.
Yeah.
does it bother you that there's a microchip in it?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a hotline number, 888-362-MAIL. That's M-A-I-L, 888-362-6245. You can also write in at the link in the Twitter bio, @MailInPodcast. Oh, quick programming note. This is the final episode of 2020.
It's the final
You mean
mail-in.
2020?
2020. It's the final one. Next week is Christmas.
Yeah.
We have New Year's. It's the holiday season. We're taking off, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not going to do one on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, no one's going to
No,
listen.
y'all
no
should.
one's listening.
Y'all definitely should.
So, yeah, this is the last one of the year. So enjoy it. Enjoy it in your ears, folks. We have 7 questions today, 2 of which are voicemails. Dave, if you're ready, and Sally, if you're ready, we can jump right in. First one's an email.
Hello, Dillon. For the past few years, my friends and I have noticed a certain type of girl is really attracted to me. Asian girls. For reference, I'm a white guy and can run a 4.7 40 at 27. I have no idea why this always happens, but they really like me. Have you ever heard of this, or is this a self-fulfilling prophecy?
What did he include as 40 time?
I don't know. I thought it was like the most perplexing thing about the whole
What?
thing.
What? It was like, remember that girl who emailed us like a week or 2 ago, and she was like, by the way, I paid off all my debt and I bought a
Yes.
Mercedes.
Just a flex
Like,
out of
what?
nowhere.
But like with no, like has nothing to
There's
do with the rest
extraneous
of
info.
the question.
Maybe he's just sneaking this in to be funny.
Just a red herring for
although, listen,
folks.
if I pay off all my debt and buy a Mercedes, I'm going to throw that in whenever I can.
Yeah, I picture like a bunch of Asian girls like watching him like just run a 40. And it's,
Like,
it's
hey,
like, this guy's awesome.
I'm into you, but you got to run a 40
This
first.
guy's awesome. Look at him run.
4.7's pretty good.
It's good. No, it is good. I've never touched. I've never sniffed 4.7.
I'm gonna kind of call that into question, knowing nothing else. But
Yeah.
say like, who's timing? Is this your buddy with the
Yeah.
stopwatch?
Is it handheld time?
Come
Or
on,
is this
you gotta get
it's
the-
not
What's
laser
like
time?
an average?
An average for like an athletic person or just a regular Joe off the street?
What could you do? What could you do in the Grand X Olympiad?
I think in the
Combine.
fastest I've ever been when I was probably 20. I probably ran like a 5.1.
So I would probably do it in like
What?
12
Randy?
seconds.
Shut up, Randy.
I'm gonna just triple his time.
No, you could do
No.
more than 12 seconds.
I'm very slow.
You could break 10.
You do the Peloton though.
Like
Anybody who follows me knows that I haven't been on the Peloton
I
in a
think the
long
NFL
time.
combine record is like a 4.24, something like that.
So
That's
he's trying to
moving.
tell me that he could be NFL.
This is like
League.
middle linebacker fast in the NFL. It's fast.
Should I run a 40 just to see how fast I could do
I
it?
think we
Yeah.
all should, because last time we ran 40s was on wet grass, and we all saw how that worked out for me.
Yeah, Dave took a
Lucky
little
I
tumble.
didn't blow my meniscus.
Dave
and-
crumpled.
I feel like I
Worse.
might tear an ACL, to be honest. I
It's
did
a
like
hamstring.
10 total squats yesterday just because I felt guilty about not working out, and I can't feel my legs today.
Yeah,
Body weight?
if I really opened
Yeah.
it up, I would definitely pull a hamstring.
That's
like
the problem.
100% I would.
Yeah, okay, so are we going to answer his question about Asians liking
Yeah, I
him,
don't
or-
know. Nobody knows.
There's nothing about you that attracts
How many?
Asian girls.
How many Asians? Like
Yeah.
2? That's a
Yeah,
coincidence.
there's like a group of friends who like think this guy's cute and then like talk about it and they happen to be Asian. It's like, oh yeah, the Asian girls. Like,
he
no.
said his friends have noticed.
Maybe
So-
I think what this is this guy's got a type.
I think I think he's right. I think
He
it's
just-
a self-fulfilling
Yeah.
prophecy. He like is out. There's an Asian girl. He's like,
He's like,
oh,
willing.
she's gonna be
man.
into me. I'm gonna turn on my game.
Or maybe he lives in.
I got this one.
Maybe he lives somewhere that has a lot of Asian people. Maybe he lives in Asia.
He's like, by the way, I live in Singapore.
FYI,
There's nothing about
I
it.
live in Shanghai, so
Unless I'm completely wrong, and there's like, I would love to hear from some Asian girls. They're like, yeah, we're into this a very specific type of white guy who runs a 4.740. Like, there's nothing here.
Yeah,
I just think it's funny that he threw in the 40 time.
I don't
Like,
see the connection.
There's no connection.
have y'all ever seen the 5-year engagement?
No.
You know what? Okay, well then you won't know. Chris Pratt does this like he's like the best man or whatever, and he's doing this toast and he's singing. Whoever? Oh, it's Jason.
Mraz?
No, the tall Jason, who's in all those like he's in.
I always forget
Sarah,
his name too. Sarah Marshall movie.
Yes, Sarah Marshall, Jason Segel.
Jason Segel.
He's getting married, and Chris Pratt starts singing, and he goes, he's singing right like he. Never mind. Never mind. I had a stroke and I can't.
Okay, you crushed that.
He's talking about all the girls he's been with, and he goes, "This Korean, that Korean, and Lizzie Gray again." It's on a commercial. No one else knows what I'm talking about.
I have
Okay.
nothing.
I'm surprised Randy doesn't. Honestly.
Some listener is gonna like just totally destroy me in the Reddit for that because I just described it so poorly and also had just an aneurysm at the same time. So if Lily were here, she would know exactly what I was talking about.
Okay.
So we'll bring back Lily next time to help me out.
I just love
I
it.
guess
Just delete the last 3 minutes, Randy.
You can delete this guy's question. We don't.
No, this was
we don't have
fun.
an answer for him.
It's like
We
There's
don't
no
know.
answer.
we didn't
There is no
even
answer for this
actually
question.
answer his question.
It's not
Is
answerable.
is he mad about it? Like, is he not?
His question
He
is,
doesn't
have you ever
seem-
heard of this?
I mean, no. I don't know if they've published any studies that show the correlation between 40 times and your.
Like, where's he putting his 40 time on display for these girls to be like,
Is that his?
that's the one.
That's his
the guy.
icebreaker.
He's just running 40s in the Asian Combine.
Yeah. His Hinge profile that says Scott 4740. Check me out.
That would be a very bad profile.
Like he didn't even. What would be more helpful is like say how tall you are, or like other defining features about you.
Yeah, not how fast you run.
This dude chops, man. This dude's got.
Look, yeah, props to you. You can move.
He's got some
fast,
go, man.
You can really move.
4.7's no joke.
That's
They're
no
gonna
joke.
have. I mean, whoever him and his future wife are gonna have one fast half Asian baby.
Yeah.
That's great.
A lot of people say that I flirt with sub 5.
No one has ever said that.
They're like, dude, I bet you still got that.
Randy scoffed when I said 5'1" earlier, like in my prime. I don't know if he thinks that's too high or too low, but what a jerk. I'm over Randy. Anyway.
Hey,
All right.
Anything else on this?
No.
We can move on to Honey if you're ready.
I want to hear from our Asian male-in listeners to if there's anything.
We want to hear what your type is if you're
Yeah.
a female Asian and you're into guys.
Sure.
What are you looking for
What are you looking for?
besides how fast they run? Which is obviously one of them.
Oh gosh, you know what I'm looking for? Honey.
Looking to save money.
And
Honey.
you okay. Wow, we're doing a song. Imagine this, Dillon. You make a list of the gifts you're going to buy for the holidays. And then someone randomly gives you the money to help buy one. Sound good? Well, that's what Honey's doing.
It really is.
They're helping pay for $1 million worth of gifts. You're probably wondering, is this the same Honey that automatically searches for promo codes online? Yeah, it's the same Honey. Okay. Yeah.
I love Honey. Like, I really
It's amazing.
do. You drop something in the shopping cart and you're ready to check out. Like, okay, I'll pay full price, whatever. Forgetting you have Honey, and it like pops up. It's like, guess what, buddy? We found some coupons for you. Here they are. And it searches for the best one that's going to save you the most amount of money, and then applies it to your total.
It's a nice surprise. You forget you have it.
It's awesome.
Next thing you know, you're saving $5, for example. With Honey, you can make a list of all the holiday gifts you want from certain stores, and Honey will email you when the price drops on anything on your list. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Just add Honey to your computer, create a free account, and throw some holiday gifts on your drop list for a chance to win. Honey will randomly select winners and give them the money to help buy something on their list. What are you going to add to your list? I've been looking for maybe a new golf bag or something.
Yeah, your golf bag's trash.
Okay.
Maybe golf cleats for your boy.
Yeah, your golf shoes are pretty much the
Shoes.
worst thing
I
ever.
probably shouldn't say cleats.
Yeah, they're not
shoes.
cleats.
Yeah.
Sally, what are you going to put in your gift?
Maybe like a
Thing.
scarf or something, or
Maybe some golf
some
cleats?
gloves.
Some
I was
track
gonna go
shoes so
for
we
some
can get you on
track choose.
Rent a 40?
Maybe a pogo stick or something.
Don't get a pogo stick.
Not a pogo stick.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe you're in a pogo stick.
I'm gonna go cleats, I think.
Go cleats. Hey, to enter this, remember, no purchase necessary. You need a PayPal account to redeem the prize. Only valid in the United States. Giveaway ends December 21st, 2020.
Yes.
Pretty soon. So
Pretty
get on
soon.
it.
Oh, hey, and get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Randy. Again, joinhoney.com/Randy. I promise you, it takes 30 seconds and it's worth it. You will use it so many times.
Yes, it is awesome. What's the next one, Dave?
Can you gift your girlfriend cash if she's impossible to shop for?
No.
No. The
Okay.
bare minimum.
Move on.
The bare minimum you can do is a gift card, because there's at least an effort made,
Correct.
right? But again, I don't recommend giving a gift card to your girlfriend.
If you're
because
really,
because it is a give
yeah.
up. Like, I don't know what to get her move, but at least there's an effort there, and it's not like, oh, I forgot to get you a present. I'm just gonna pull $50 out of my wallet and here you go.
Here's what you do. Dave's familiar with this. Spa day.
That's expensive though. That's an expensive gift.
Well, a massage.
Okay, $100.
Yeah.
Man, your boy loves a massage.
Because if you
I'm always afraid.
if you go straight cash or even gift card, it's so
Don't
impersonal.
be afraid.
And like,
Yeah, it's so impersonal.
as Will and I, the deeper we get into our relationship, the more impossible we're getting to shop for each other, because it's at this point we're adults. I mean, we've been adults the whole time, but like, you just buy shit for yourself that you want when you want it. You know what I'm saying? And there are very few things where I'm like, God, I'm gonna wait and like Will give me that for Christmas, or if it's something that I want, it's like so absurd that I'm not gonna like make Will go get me a Cartier Love bracelet. Okay, but if you're listening, Will, feel free to do that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like
Cartier?
out of control gifts that are just way too expensive that you're never going to expect somebody to give you.
Oh, yeah.
And then there are like shit that you want to do that you'll buy for yourself. You're like, oh, well, like I want that Lululemon pair of leggings. I'm just going to buy them. And like, okay, your boyfriend gets them for you. And now that they're just like added to another thing. But like a massage, rarely you're going to buy for yourself unless you just are really bougie and like getting
Very good call.
massages. So it's always a welcome gift. And it's great for people who are impossible to shop for, because they're rarely like, I mean, unless you're just super bougie going to the spa all the time. You know?
I feel like I'm a difficult person to shop for. My family members have asked me like, what do I want for Christmas? And I don't know. I just say like, I honestly have no idea.
You hit an age, and it's usually
don't
in your
give me
late
anything.
20s where you stop really knowing what you want. Like your parents
and
ask.
you just feel bad. You're like, please, like,
yeah,
I don't need
my mom
shit.
will hit me up like, "What you need to start sending me what you want." I'm like, "Oh no, Xbox."
Like ours, a lot of time now, and not this year because of COVID, but like in the past, I've like paid for Will's flight somewhere. You know, like, I mean, that's pretty impersonal, but it's like, guess what? We're going on a trip. I paid for your flights. There you go.
Yeah, and getting money, like everybody can always use money. It's nice to have, but it doesn't feel like, it's not a fulfilling gift.
Getting money is great if it's from somebody that you don't know that well, because you like a wedding gift. Getting money is awesome because then you could just like thank them, and be like, thanks so much, we're psyched to spend this. Like, that's a great gift to give somebody. But like from somebody that you know really well, like my dad always gives us cash for our birthday. That's always great. And mostly because we like know he's going to give us cash. You like almost expect it. Like I actually add that into my budget for July. Like, you're like, yes,
Yeah.
going to get a cash influx. But like from your significant other is like, okay.
Ooh, you know, it was always kind of a beating when I used to get like cash for Christmas or like on my birthday from aunts, grandparents. I'd have to write a thank you note, which was fine. But my mom would make me include in the thank you note what I was going to spend it on. And I always have to be like, I plan, you know, I'd have to say like what I'm going to buy. And I would be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm buying.
But we did that like for our wedding, which we still haven't written very many thank you notes, if at all.
Yeah, we're
so,
waiting.
yeah, sorry. Tell
No,
me
Will
how it's going.
texted.
But like what I'm going to say or have said is like, we're so excited to buy like houseware with this, because you can say that because you're going to do that. But like as a 10-year-old kid, you're like, I'm going to put this in my piggy bank and wait until I can like actually buy something with it. Like,
Yeah.
game.
I'm going to go ahead and issue this proclamation. If I ever gift anyone in this room money for a holiday or a birthday or any special occasion, you do not have to tell me what you're going to spend the money on in the thank you card. You do need to send me the thank you card, but I don't care what you're going to spend it on. I trust that you'll spend it
I'm
wisely.
actually going to write you a thank you note for the Uchiko gift card with like the whole menu of what we
I
ordered.
would like, actually, that's the caveat. I need to know what y'all get with Uchiko.
Okay.
And it better be at least one shag roll.
You got them a Uchiko gift card?
I did, Dillon.
Oh, for their wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
How much was it?
we just give gifts back and forth a lot.
It was less than yours, Dylan.
Did you do it too?
Okay.
No,
No.
Dylan gave us cash and asked you how much cash you were going to give us.
Don't
and then
tell them
upped it by
this.
$5.
As a joke. Because we talked about, like, what are you going to get them? I said, I'll probably give them. I said, I think Sally wants cash. Sally told me
I
she
told
told me
people
she
that.
wants
That's
cash.
tacky, but I said it.
And so we talked, and I was like, how much are you going to give them? Because I didn't want to be, in the same ballpark as you. And so what the number we agreed upon, I upped it by $5 just to like try and one up you as a joke. It's just $5.
Well, they don't know this yet, but I guess the cat's out of the bag. I have gifted you guys a Bitcoin, an entire
Wow.
Bitcoin.
There's actually a check
Wow.
I dropped in the mail. You guys should be getting it here the next day or so.
Okay,
Well,
so
Bitcoin, it's going to hit 100K at some point. So
that is so great.
yeah, well,
Yeah, well, we're generous guys.
I'm gonna have to get a big card to tell you what I'm gonna spend it on.
Oh,
Maybe
boy.
a Tesla.
You ready
or
to do a
something.
voicemail?
let's do a VM.
Hey, Dawn, Sally, and Will, Dave, whoever. I got a trash or not trash for you. So in my friend group, there's this kind of ancillary girl. She's pretty hot, and her boyfriend, we just found out, is on like Hinge and Bumble, Tinder, all them, messaging other girls while he's traveling for work. And I just recently got out of a relationship, and I'm just wondering, like, is it trash for me to, like, tell this girl that and then, try to, like, play hide the pickle? Just let me know. All right. Love you. Bye.
I think that means have sex, Dave.
He didn't have to say that,
Hide the pic. Just say have sex.
or just say you want to
Hook
start
up.
seeing her.
Yeah, say whatever.
Gee, so here he comes. He's going to be the good guy. All the while,
This guy doesn't
his
watch-
intention is to play hide the pickle.
This guy doesn't watch a Bachelorette.
No,
Because-
he's that guy.
If you
He would know.
If you watch any of the Bachelor franchise, you know this backfires.
Yeah, you know the guy who like rats out another guy about his like, oh, he's just here for whatever. That guy never wins. He's that guy. No one likes.
That guy
no one
gets
respects
kicked
that
off
guy.
one episode later.
No one respects.
She
that
might
guy.
keep him around for 2, maybe.
Yeah,
But he is not. We are not getting a home.
This
he's
is
not.
the
He's not
exact-
hiding. He's not hiding any pickles.
She will never meet your parents.
This is the exact analogy I was going to make, actually.
Oh,
Dylan.
really?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
has he never watched that? The guy or girl who does that always fucks themselves over because you don't want to be the guy or girl who's ratting someone out. You want to be the shoulder that person cries on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he needs to let someone else in the friend group do it.
Yeah, and plus, if you do that and then you move in for the kill, she's gonna be like, "Is this guy? Was he just bullshitting me? Like, what were his intentions really?
Correct.
It's very
He just wanted to get
Machiavelli.
laid, right?
Yeah.
I think it's trash to do it yourself and also call it hide the pickle. I'll say that.
Yeah.
If you really do like this girl and don't just think she's hot, you may want to tell her. I mean, her boyfriend sounds like a scumbag. I don't think that that's exactly like this dude's position. Like maybe have someone else who's closer with her in the friend group because he said ancillary friends. So like, who's the friend that
Yeah.
she's friends with? That person needs to tell her.
Yeah, you need to find a different way, find a different approach.
Correct.
Just be patient.
And then
Hell,
exactly.
this dude will end up tripping up.
Ditch the zero, get with the hero.
Don't say that.
Then his
That's
pickle
worse
can
than
get wet. But like honestly, this is all trash from the way he said it. But you could go about it the right way and still probably hook up with
He's
her.
just trying to be funny on the voicemail.
Right.
He's not really trying to hide any pickles. I mean, he does, but he's just trying to be funny.
Yeah, you get the closer friend to out
Yeah.
the boyfriend. You wait around, and then you make your move.
Yeah.
Send an anonymous note.
Like, no, don't do that. Because that just caused a shitstorm. We're like, where did this come from? Who do I not trust in my friend group?
Right.
It'll cause problems.
And you just don't want to get involved in that drama.
No.
No.
Stay
You're
out
gonna
of-
end up.
stay
There's
out
gonna
of
be
the
a
drama.
run-in. You don't want that drama, man. Just
No.
chill, bro.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Play hide the pickle somewhere else.
Yeah.
Play solo for a while.
Keep your pickle in your pants for a while. Let it play out, man.
Speaking of pickles, I got home from work yesterday, and I had forgotten my wife had ordered Sunbasket.
Ooh, you might be Sunbasket's #1 fan.
She just
You and your wife.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a ton of time to cook, and we like to skip the grocery store if we can. But we also like to have delicious meals full of, I don't know, organic fresh produce delivered straight to our door.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. We ate one last night. I think we might eat one tonight. We'll see.
What'd you have last night?
It was like a noodle. It was like a sausage, kale, carrot, marinara. It was very good, all cooked together, and it was really good. I mean, like I was like, man, I'm glad they've got some carb-free options. But it was very fresh. I was in there watching her dice up the onions. Our eyes were watering. It was very, very cute. But it was great. Everything I've had from there has been great. Sunbasket delivers fresh, healthy, delicious meals right to your door. Delicious recipes for all kinds of dietary preferences, including paleo, gluten-free, Mediterranean, vegetarian, and more. They make it easy and convenient with everything pre-portioned and ready to prep and cook. You can enjoy a dinner full of organic, fresh produce and clean ingredients, some in as little as 15 minutes. I think last night it took us like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just had to brown up the sausage. It was ground sausage. It was very, very good. No matter how much experience you have in the kitchen, this is for you. Dillon, I mean, this has basically saved your life.
I have used Sunbasket quite a bit. You know, I'm not exactly Emerald in the kitchen. I'll use him as an example. I'm not advanced, so this is great for me because it's really simple and it's delicious. There it is.
Have you tried the Black Angus ribeye?
Not yet, David.
You should try the Black Angus ribeye. I know how you like your ribeyes.
I do. I'm a big ribeye guy.
How about this one? Pineapple fried rice with tofu, water chestnuts, sashimi, togarashi.
Ooh.
I nailed that.
Ooh.
That sounds good. I'm a big pineapple
Sashimi
guy.
togarashi.
That's really good. You can order from any meal across their menu, skip a week whenever you need to, or even double up on your favorites. It's simple and easy with no gotchas. Check it out. Right now, Sunbasket's offering $35 off your order when you go to sunbasket.com/Randy. Again, sunbasket.com/Randy. Enter promo code Randy at checkout, and you get $35 off of your order. Again, sunbasket.com/Randy, promo code Randy. Check it out. Highly recommend it.
Thank you, Dave. Let's jump right into number 4 there.
The guy next door is really talking.
He's
about
on
a
one
lot.
today.
Yeah.
Late in the afternoons when he hits his stride.
He's trying to hit his Q4 numbers. He's grinding.
For sure.
Guys, I have been dating my girlfriend for 4 years. I know that I want to marry her. She's the most important thing in my life. However, I am not put together. My degree has left me in a dead end. My girlfriend is a nurse who is considering CRNA school. Compared to her, I am a failure. I can't bring myself to ask her father permission to marry her when I am unsuccessful. I feel like I at least need my law school application submitted before I ask her to marry me. Am I overthinking this or overreacting? Oof.
This is a tough one, folks.
Buddy, you gotta start.
You gotta
You gotta
go
get
to
the
some therapy and
different
get some
mindset.
self-love.
Yeah, the self-confidence is lacking at the moment, and I hate to see that for the guy. I don't know. I don't know what to tell him here. I mean, it probably will help you more than anybody else to submit your law school application, because it says like, yes, I'm aware that like I have steps to take before I become successful, and I'm doing it. This is step 1. I'm trying to get into law school.
And law school is stressful. It's 3 years.
Yes, but it's you know what you're getting into, and you know that on the other side of it is a great chance at a successful career
Or successful podcast
or
company
be a podcast
with
guy.
your friends. Yeah, I wish I knew what his degree was in. I'm assuming it's like poli-sci or something.
There are a lot of degrees that just kind of like, what the fuck do I do with this?
It does, it's cliche, but like they really don't matter that much.
That's true.
I mean, unless you're going into something very specific, like
Yep.
CRNA school.
yeah. So, what kind of undertaking is that for his girlfriend?
a lot.
So,
So
if she's
this is
doing
my
that,
question.
She's doing law school. This is gonna be tough.
Like, my bigger concern is, have y'all talked about marriage? Like, what are her thoughts? Like, I think if they're ready to get married and they think like they're financially stable and want to, they've talked through all of those things, then do what you want. Ask the dad. But
is financial stability, in your opinion, a key component to like starting a married life together? Like, do you need to get your finances in order before you drop to a knee?
I don't think that's. I think you need to have an idea of like, because what's probably going to happen is if this is like an old fashioned, he needs to ask her dad. The dad's going to be like, "How are you going to support my daughter?" That's what he's going to ask. I know that my dad asked Will that, and Will had to be like,
Podcast.
"Podcast."
You ever heard of Sunday Scaries, bro?
Ever heard of Patreon?
We make cum jokes.
Yeah. Basically. And shouts to all the fans who would like stop by at Matzel Rancho when we were with my parents. They just totally legitimized this whole thing. So
when I asked Dallas's father, he didn't ask me anything. So it's a case by
I guess
case
it's
situation.
dependent.
It
And
depends. Yeah.
Will knew going into it that my dad was going to ask that because Drew had told him
Right.
Doc's going to ask.
He got the intel.
Right. So be prepared to be like answering questions like that. Like, how are you going to provide for my daughter and an eventual family and things like that? I think those are things that you want to talk about before you get married anyway. It seems like there's a lot going on in this question. Like, he is possibly going to go to law school, like, and she's possibly going to go to CRNA school. Those are huge undertakings, both 3 years long, both like, I mean, a huge financial commitment, huge time commitment. You might not be in the same place. Like, all of those are things that you want to talk about before you get married. Are you comfortable with like y'all being in school, possibly in different cities, things like that? That for me, I wanted to have kind of ironed out. And like, I would have been fine had we gotten engaged and married before I went back to school. But it just, that was the way that the time fell. And then it didn't really make sense for us to be engaged or married until I was nearly done with school. So I think those are kind of some logistical things. And then on the other side of it, like y'all said, like, have some self-positive talk. Like,
Yeah.
I think we say this a lot towards people. I am going to just imagine this guy's probably in his mid-20s, like, who feel like they're in a rut and don't know what to do with their job, like life, job, etc. And maybe they went to college for something that is not panning out. And you can't like totally be down on yourself, because if you are projecting that to her dad, why would he want you to marry his daughter?
Yeah. That seems to be the biggest issue here is
Right.
self-esteem and insecurity issues.
You need to have some goals in law. Applying to law school is one of them, and just be like, look, here's my plan. It's a 3-year program or whatever it is. However you're planning on doing it, and just be very like you said, like, have this plan. Say that I'm going to do this, and this is why it's going to work. Might actually be good that you're both doing school, because like,
Right.
it's not going to be a problem when you need to go read for tomorrow's class. I mean, she's studying for something too.
But I also think, like, how does she feel about it? Like, involve her.
Yeah.
He said she was the most important person in his life. Like, what does she think?
Yeah.
Like, is she the one telling him you don't have your shit together and you're a deadbeat? Like, I doubt it. But
Yeah.
get her input. Like,
And
what
look,
does she want?
Financial stability, while nice and is helpful and relieves stress in a lot of ways, is not an absolute necessity for like a healthy relationship.
And half the people who might think, like, when you asked Dallas's father to marry her, like, I don't think in your wildest dreams you thought, like, oh, I'm going to own my own company one day and, like, that's how I'm going to provide for our child eventually. Like, not everyone has their shit together when they get married. I mean,
Most people don't have their shit together
Correct.
when they're in their mid to late 20s. I mean, it's especially now. It's a weird ass time. A lot of people are struggling, and so it's not like you're a loser. You're just going through a pretty normal like rut in life that pretty much everyone has to go through at some point.
Dude, I was in a bad rut before law school.
It doesn't mean that you're not successful or you won't be in the future. It just means that you're going through a stage. It's not so much fun, and you got to get through it, and you will. Everyone has to.
I think it's important for him to talk to her though too,
Yeah,
and
for
see
sure.
like what she wants, and also explain to her like, I want to marry you, but I feel like maybe these are some goals that we should set or achieve before we get married.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty much it. Like Will and I knew before I went back to school that we wanted to get married, but I also knew like I didn't want to deal with getting married in the middle of school, and by the time that really had gone to school, we didn't have time to get married beforehand, and then that's just not something I wanted. So like, figure out what's gonna work for y'all, and then go to her dad. Like, he's gonna want his daughter to be happy first. So, I think if she's comfortable and happy, like that projects to him. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, email me if you got any questions about the law school stuff or you want to talk about it. Because I was in a bad way before law school because I had a lot of time before it. I'd gotten laid off, the market had crashed, and it was just like, oh fuck. So I was living at home. It was a tough scene. Single. Look at me.
Success story right here. Dave, the Lawyer Podcast guy.
That's me.
Yeah,
Meatloaf guy from TV.
Yeah, I mean, before I got the job at Grand X, I was unemployed for a little bit and struggling, and that's actually when I got married. And we had planned it before when I was actually employed, but I got married when I was unemployed, and it was a weird, scary, stressful time. You got to figure it out, as
Yeah.
most people do at some point.
You'll be good.
Yeah.
Hi, Mail and Crew. So I've been talking to this girl for a couple weeks now, and things have been going great. We spent almost every day last week together. However, a couple of days ago, she told me she is bisexual and is also talking to a girl at the same time. I'm not really sure how to handle this information. Am I supposed to be jealous or just stay cool with the situation? Also, is it more of an open relationship? Like, am I free to do what I want? Very confused and not really sure how to handle it. Thanks.
I mean, obviously, you're free to do what you want since she is doing what she wants. She's dating two people. So, yeah, you obviously are free to date other people if you'd like.
I agree. I mean, if you like leave the bisexuality thing out of this, if a girl told you that she was dating another guy at the same time,
Yeah, are you okay with that?
are you okay with that? Number one. So that's like, are you okay with her dating someone else in general? Answer that question for yourself. Yes or no. And then, I mean, I think it's pretty fair game for you to be able to date other people, but it might be something you want to talk to her about.
Does he have to date a dude, though?
No. No, I don't think so.
I don't think that's part
But
of
I mean, that does add another part of the question. So, like, for me, I'm like, are you cool with her dating someone else besides you? Is that a conversation you want to have with her? Like, hey, I'd really like to date you exclusively. Or maybe you don't care and you want to date other people and you kind of let her know that. But then you also need to answer the question for yourself, like, am I okay with her being bisexual?
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
like, try not to confuse those two things. Because, like, you need to decide, like, if she was dating another guy, how would I feel? Would I be pissed? Like, if it's easier for him to, like, kind of make a decision based
Yeah.
on, like, what his paradigm of thinking is, that's probably a little bit easier. But then you also need to decide, like, am I cool with this? Like, is this something I'm comfortable with?
Right.
And that's
That's
totally your...
That's the most important part of this, I think. Are you
Yeah.
comfortable dating someone who is into guys and girls? I don't know if I would be. I really don't know.
Yeah.
It's never come up for me, but I would maybe wonder, like, do you favor one over the other? Like, what, you know, all that stuff. It kind of just creeps into your mind. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's worth having a conversation with
Oh, yeah, for
the
sure.
girl about it and see what she feels. Like, if she's okay with you dating other people.
Don't you think it's kind of old fashioned to be dating more than one person at the same time? Is that still go on today, like, that much? Obviously, there's situations it does happen, but was it more of like an outdated thing?
I don't know, because we've had questions like this in the past, and personally, like, I've never been able to date more than one person at a time, you know?
Yeah,
Like, I'm not
I've talked to
Tasha.
two people at the same time before, but when it comes to, like, actually, like, dating, I can't. I'm not able to do that.
I think we've answered this question in the past where it's like, for me, I think once you're hooking up with one
Yeah,
of them,
of course.
stop.
For me, that's absolutely where you draw the line. But even before that, I think just even like going out to, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want to
agree.
be out on the town with more than one person. It's just, Not scummy. It just doesn't feel. That doesn't feel right to me.
Awkward. You're setting yourself up for a potentially awkward situation.
That too.
Run in.
That too.
Drama.
And it's like, when do you reveal to the other person that there is another person? You know, like,
Yeah.
it's all that comes into play. But people do it, obviously.
I feel like it takes a very almost like more mature, emotionally stable person to pull this off, because I feel like I could not pull off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
To be one of the people that.
to be any party of it. Like, to be one of
Right.
the people who's letting some, like, if I was him and I found out that the guy I was dating another girl or guy, I'd probably be like, okay, well, I feel like you don't like me that much.
Yeah, I'm immediately becoming less interested in you.
And then I'm going to get all insecure and weird. But also, like, to be the person who's dating two people, like, props to you that you're just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to fill this out and be real logistical about it and see how I feel, like, be pragmatic instead of just, like, putting
Yeah.
all my eggs in one basket.
If I'm dating someone and she's like, by the way, I am going on a date with another guy, I'd be like, I guess I'm not enough. And that's like,
It's hard for me to not jump immediately to that, but maybe I'm just insecure. I don't know.
But I think it's a pretty natural reaction to that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess you're not sold on me yet. Obviously, you're keeping your options open. Whatever.
That's why you would never be able to be on The Bachelor, and that's why Bennett had to do it for you.
There are a million reasons why I would never be on The Bachelor. I don't want any of that smoke. They make you look like an idiot.
You could have been
Yeah.
on there.
I probably
He
could
is on
have.
there. His name is Bennett.
Dude, Bennett is so much more. Dillon's punchable, but Bennett's just a lot more punchable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't come out good on
But
this.
he could have been normal, and then they could have just edited him to look like that. So what if that's the edit that they gave Dillon?
Some of that's pretty hard to fib, I think.
It's all about the edit. Do a voicemail?
Yeah.
Hey guys, so my wife and I have a good couple friends. They're actually our best friends, and they have about a 10-month-old golden doodle puppy. This puppy has to be the worst behaved puppy I've ever come in contact with. And for example, we'll go over to their house to hang out with them, and for 3 to 4 hours straight, this dog is wanting to jump on us, constantly licking us. And we love dogs. We love to play with dogs, but it is just frantic all the time. Even when we're eating dinner, trying to get up on our laps during dinner, it's so over the top and so frustrating. And our friends, to get the dog off of us for 30 seconds, will just give the dog a treat, which just enforces that poor behavior. So my question is, how do you tactfully and respectfully tell people that you're close with that your dog sucks and you really need to get a handle on this, because it's almost making hanging out with them not fun anymore? So appreciate it, guys. First time, long time. Take care.
Wow.
This guy's actually a plant. I made him call in with this question so I could confront both of you about how shitty your dogs are.
You would never.
I'm just
Dude,
kidding.
Rosie was a hassle at the Easy Tiger the other day.
This is like one of the things that I'm most self-conscious about with Rosie, and I do think that she used to be a bad puppy, like she was, and it stressed me and Will out so much that
Most
we were
puppies are bad, though.
like, I mean, most puppies are bad. I mean, like, it's hard.
We took care of her when y'all had her for like a week, and she was fine. She would nibble your ankles, and it fucking hurt.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like.
See, I feel like y'all missed that stage with Randy because of
We did.
how old he was when you got him.
Yeah.
Puppies are bad in general. Like, it's hard. It's always amazing to me when someone has like a just really well-behaved dog at a young age that like doesn't do anything bad, like shit in the house or like try to bite you or get too pumped up or like accidentally pee when you walk in. That just exists because they're young, and like most of us aren't like professional dog trainers. But I also think there's like a line. And I really do feel, up until we probably shot collar trained Rosie, that there were times where I was like, we can't bring Rosie because she's too hyped up. And I'm not going to be like, not only do I want to be responsible for like Rosie being annoying and like pissing someone else off, but also I knew that I acted like a neurotic stress ball when Rosie was there. You know what I'm saying? Like when Will and I would take her places, and then we would just like freak out because we were like, it's so embarrassing when she's like.
Yeah. Here's what bothers me. I don't think I'm ever bothered by a dog that just behaves like shit, because dogs, you can't who knows? You get they're wild cards.
Yeah.
And the puppies especially, they have, they're erratic and they nip at you and they jump and all that stuff. What bothers me though is the owners that just don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck, or maybe are unaware.
That's when I'm like, I don't know if I've just outwardly said like, yo, you need to get your dog under control. Your dog sucks. But I think my face and my body language tells the whole story about like I don't want to be
correct
by your situation. When owners are just negligent and they like just let their dog just like jump on people and like it's like get control of your fucking dog. Like what are you doing? And
like to pass it off as like, oh, look how cute they're being. Like,
yeah, my problem's with you, not your dog.
Exactly.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Like be self-aware. Like, know that your dog is probably annoying people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still super self-conscious of Rosie at all points. Because, like, I'm like, she does, when people come over, get so fucking psyched up that she's, like, running around, losing her shit. And there's, like, a point where I'm like, okay, like,
That's just a dog being a dog.
But it's a dog being a dog, but I'm like, sorry, you guys, this is really embarrassing. Let me calm her down for a second. Like, there are still moments, and she's almost 4 years old, where I'm like, please don't do anything
And she does calm down.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, even to this day, I'm always thinking about, like, I hope she's not inconveniencing people.
Yeah.
It's the people who think their dog, like, shits gold.
Yeah, like if Rosie was like biting my ankles or something, and you guys were like, huh, she plays like that. Like, no, like get her off of me.
No,
I don't want
get
this
away.
shit.
Like, I'm trying to think if I've ever actually told somebody this. Like,
I've never spoken up about it.
I will say so.
Like as much as I love, like I will engage. I love dogs. Like I will, I will pet the shit out of your dog and all that stuff. But if I'm like shunning it, like your dog's fucking up and you're not doing anything to control it. Like, and you should pick up on my body language. I
feel like Will and I have done that a lot. Like done the passive aggressive. Like we're clearly not pleased with what's happening. My sister, Natalie, has literally told me and Lily, like to our face, do not bring your dog over. They're so annoying.
Really?
And that's fine. Like, it's her house, you know? That's my other pet peeve. When people bring their dog everywhere, and, like, don't realize that the dog is not chill in public. Like, that's why, again, I don't bring Rosie a lot of places because she's not very chill in public. She, like, wants to sniff everything and, like...
I still haven't taken Stella anywhere.
It's hard.
I think she would do well, but I'm so self-conscious
ass.
about it.
It is a pain in the ass because then you're like... The excitement of the dog being there, like, wears off, and then you're like, well, fuck. Like, if you start whining or something, I'm going to have to, like, leave this situation to take you home. Like, anyway, do you think this guy, like, tells his friend, like, your dog sucks?
I don't think so. I think he's asking us for advice on how to, like, broach the subject.
No, I'm saying, do you think he should?
Oh, should he? Yeah.
There's only so many times you can,
in a tactful way,
passively, aggressively, like look unthrilled with the situation.
Yeah, I mean, don't just be like, yo, your dog sucks. Be like, has he been to like obedience school or anything like start it off like that, and then maybe parlay that into you might want to take it to obedience school.
Here's some things that I think you could always play. First of all, who's closer? Like, are you or your wife closer with the girl or the guy in that relationship? So like whoever has the closer friendship, that's their responsibility. Guess what? They get to do it. Number two, if you have a dog, you can always be like, well, Fido here did this training. We really liked it. You should totally try it out. Like, there's tactful ways to do it. And then there might just be a point where you stop going over to their house and they ask why. And then you're just like, well,
sorry, man. Your dog just won't stop jumping on me.
It's hard.
Yeah.
When your dog, it's distracting.
Yeah,
wait till they go to the bathroom and get their cell phone and just start saying dog training service over and over. And then they'll get served ads.
That's funny.
And then they'll be like, oh yeah, we found this place on Instagram, and I guess it worked. I guess it read my mind.
How did they know?
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
I thought for a second, you were going to say wait till they go to the bathroom and then poison the dog. I was like, that is so dark, Dave. Like, what the fuck?
Steal the dog.
Take the dog out.
That
Take
sucks,
the dog
you
and then roll it.
I mean, it's a doodle. Doodle, I will say.
Doodles can be neurotic.
Doodles are they're very friendly, and they like to lick, and they're big dogs, and they like to jump up on you. That's one thing Randy doesn't do. Randy does not lick. Does Stella lick?
No, not really.
Rosie licks
Rosie's a licker.
so much. I don't know why. It's so annoying. I hate it.
Stella will jump up. She'll put her paws up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to break
I've been
that.
trying to fix that.
We had to break that habit from Randy, but
That's the most annoying thing that she does when a guest
I'm
comes over.
very aware of his, because he's big, and B, like, he obviously sheds a lot.
Uh-huh.
So like when we have people over, I'm like, I'm like very like, okay, if they're dressed up or something, I'm like, okay, I try to do my best to keep Randy away.
Yeah.
By the way, this all applies to children as well. Don't let your children be shitheads. Like,
True. Yeah.
Like it's when little
But I feel like
brats
it's
are
harder
running
to tell
around-
somebody like,
when
Hey.
little brats are running around and the parents like not even paying attention to it, it's like get control of you, this bratty little snot nosed kid.
Or in your case, little brats running around.
Little brat.
No, but I will poison your kid.
All right, we got one more. Let's knock it out.
Okay.
This one's you'll see why I put this one in here.
yeah.
Hey, mail-inners. This is a quick one for Dave. Oh, cool. For me, I can't wait. How often should married couples be having sex? Is quarterly acceptable, or should this be immediately addressed? Thanks, y'all. See you in Q1.
He's ready. He's ready for that Q1 sex.
Is it a male?
I don't know actually.
Here's a question.
Why is this directed at Dave?
Why?
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
understand
you've
that.
been married.
I've been
I'm
married.
currently married.
You are married.
Maybe he's a gentleman. He doesn't want to ask you.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to weigh in on this. I guess Dave is the only one talking. Take it away, Dave.
Shit, I was married for 5 years or
Yeah.
something.
You want my answer?
Yeah, Dave.
Oh. Oh,
No.
well, quarterly seems
Quarterly is not enough.
Quarterly feels
It's not
Well,
enough
how old
sex,
are y'all?
folks.
not great.
No.
That's
No,
4
that's-
times a year if you're keeping track.
There's a passion is lacking in your relationship if you're doing it quarterly.
Yeah,
It
husband,
almost seems like assignment. Like, I guess we got to do it again. It's
It's March 1st. Let's
yeah.
do it.
husband might have
July
low
1st.
T, or he is just constantly cranking.
yeah.
Masturbating.
I know what cranking means.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not enough, and you need
got to
to-
have a conversation.
Conversation. Something's got to be reignited in this relationship because that ain't cutting it.
What's an acceptable amount for you?
Unless this is a 78-year-old person who emailed us, and I don't think it is.
What if they
it
just
was.
want to know? They're just asking to see how much like Dave and Alyssa are having sex.
That's what I was thinking. I was very cynical when I saw this. I was like, oh, this person's prying.
Or what if he and his wife listen together, and like he just wrote in like and just they're gonna play it, they're gonna listen to it again on a road trip or something, and he'd be like, "Huh, you hear that?
I thought you were going to say they were going to listen to it while they
Bone?
did their quarterly.
Ooh, that would be nice. Do it."
They
Wait,
did their Q1,
I feel like Will told
Q4.
me recently, was this like on an episode or y'all were talking about it or something, but somebody was like, oh, this is on my sex playlist. Do you know what I'm talking about?
We did talk sex playlists recently, but I forgot the context.
Do
of it.
people still have sex playlists?
Yeah,
Oh, the workout playlist.
yeah. People do. Yes, people still have sex playlists.
Do you have a sex playlist?
I do not have a sex playlist,
I find that hard to believe.
but
I'll
Do
say it.
you have do y'all have sex to music? That's what I'm
No.
asking. I
I'm not-
can't.
I'm
sex
not
and music
25.
is awesome.
If like I feel like if Will like stopped what we were doing to like turn on the playlist, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. We're not.
It's
But
just awkward.
Like I've got okay.
I feel like that's such like a 22-year-old like college thing. Be like, we gotta have sex to music. So I'm gonna turn
you like
some on.
Genuine?
I don't like turn. Okay, I have done this. Like I've gotten home with a young lady. Mom, don't listen for the next 1 minute. And like I'll just be like, Alexa, play like and then something that's
Yeah, like that's fine.
Yeah,
But you're not
that's
like-
as far as I've gone.
You're not like turning on like okay.
And I'll do it right when we get there. So it's not like, all right, it's time to have sex. I just
like,
music's on.
Let
It's
me
just
cue
like,
this up.
oh, since Frank Ocean's already playing, let's get a little
Will and I were talking about this, and I had this flashback of a girl I went to college with telling me freshman year that her and her boyfriend, quote, like to have sex to country music because of the rocking and the like beat of the music, and we were all like,
what?
"Ugh, sick."
My roommate in college,
That was
him,
terrible
I won't-
sex.
I won't say his name. He and his girlfriend had sex to the song "Strawberry Wine" one time while we were all there,
That sounds really depressing.
That's
and it
do they
was
cry
like we were
afterwards?
just out there just
Strawberry
laughing the whole
wine.
time because we could hear them having sex, like over the music a little bit, but
Deanna
but
Carter?
it was blaring loud.
And
And so
It's a
I
good
can't
song.
hear
How'd you
"Strawberry Wine"
like
without thinking. I'll
that?
tell you who it is after this, without thinking about him having sex with his girlfriend.
Taste to
It's like
love.
it has ruined the song for me.
Bittersweet.
Strawberry wine.
I feel like she put that on so that she could like be like, we're gonna have sex for the first time to strawberry wine. Like that just screams like
every time I hear it.
like I'm not old enough to like have spontaneous sex. I have planned out sex because I'm young.
Oh my
You get what I'm saying?
God.
For this guy,
People are doing playlists though.
I think he needs to have sex more than quarterly. But Dave, what should he shoot for? Like, what's your?
Shoot for.
I mean,
I've been married.
oh,
Go ahead.
sick
This-
brag.
It's directed at you, Dave.
Go brag, bro.
I have had sex before.
I don't know. I mean, dude, just
Oh, that Parks
should just-
Parks was an
I had sex
immaculate
once.
conception.
start. Look, if you're doing quarterly, start slow. Go monthly.
Go monthly.
And then,
and
work
then
up
if
to
that
weekly.
goes well, go weekly. And if that goes well, maybe 2 times a week.
Ooh,
you
getting
know?
crazy.
And no one's doing every day.
If you're having sex 2 times a week and you've been married for a few years,
Congrats.
You're doing numbers.
I will say no one lies as hard as a group of girls when they're comparing how often they have sex.
Girls lie about that shit.
Oh, I feel like we talked about this a
You
couple.
up your numbers.
Yes.
Am I
You're like,
right?
oh really? Oh really? You're having sex 4 times a week in the morning? Oh really? I just screamed that in Parks in the next room. But I want to be like,
I don't think
who
he knows
has
what
the
sex
time?
is.
I mean, probably people have the time for that.
No, Tanner and I like 8 times a week.
he's like
Sometimes
an
like
animal.
twice in the same
Like
He's
they'll be
an
like
animal.
once in the morning, once when he gets home from work. I'm like, oh,
The
okay.
people who are
Right.
like twice a day. You've heard like the twice a day people.
I'm
It's
like,
shut
you
shut
got
up.
get a grip. Like to say,
Like, what are you-
maybe
what are you
you
trying
have
to
it
prove?
4 times in 1 week on a random week, but you're not doing that 52 weeks out of the year. I'm calling bullshit on
Twice a
that.
day every day. That's so much sex.
I know. It's like we're newlyweds.
Yeah, that is the conversation that we have had, like that I've had with girlfriends
we just
in
put
the past.
strawberry,
We've been
put strawberry
vibing.
wine on and we just go at it.
We're just into each other. It's just
But hey,
like-
good for you if you were able to do that.
yeah,
It's
congrats.
not normal though.
Quarterly, though, is the other end of that spectrum.
Yeah, don't settle for quarterly. Fix it.
Quarterly
Birthdays
sounds like
and
you need to like
anniversaries.
maybe go to some couples therapy and discuss what's going on. And listen,
Get a better playlist.
everyone has different normals. Like monthly may be fine for you. 4 times a day may be what you're going for. I think you're lying to yourself when you're saying that you're doing that. But the one thing that like talking about with other people and comparing is like your relationship is not somebody else's relationship. Like your job is totally different from somebody else's job. Like the times that you're around each other are totally different. So it's not always easy to be like have what a healthy number is.
I don't want your life.
Varsity Blues. It's a good movie.
Great movie.
All right, folks. Unless
I do have a bonus question. Since it's the last episode of the year, what are you most looking forward to leaving behind in 2020? And what are you most looking forward to for 2021?
wow.
Wow. Yeah.
For me, it's just the opportunity to be with friends and family in 2021.
But yeah, that actually is a big part of it. Being able
It's just that opportunity to.
to go out and link.
Ooh, that's true. Me, I'm trying to get vaxxed up.
Sally,
Hit me with the
I
vax.
feel like I need time to think about this.
Well, you have about 28
It's your
seconds.
podcast. You can do what you want. You want me to? I'll make some shit up.
What about you, Sally?
I'm looking forward to getting COVID fine, leaving that back here in 2020 because it has really just thrown a wrench in all of our plans.
Yeah.
Killed hundreds of thousands, if not millions, actually. So
My I haven't yet decided if I'm buying a home in 2021 or 22. It depends on what's available when my lease is up, honestly.
Well, I'll give you a hot tip. Nothing is available.
I know, and that's why
Get
I might.
pumped.
I
it's
might-
really fun.
That's why I might lease for another year.
There's nothing better than looking for a new place and just getting Zillow after Zillow sent your way
Yeah.
from your wife, and you're like, wow, okay.
I mean, if I was like brutally honest, it would bring the vibe of the pod down. I don't want to do that.
I don't know.
It's just some personal stuff, but I don't
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, don't
maybe
do
this
that.
question was a little too personal for everyone. I would say 2020, I'm looking forward to leaving behind, honestly, everyone being like, 2020, am I right? Like, can we stop with that? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
But it
we
has
get
been-
it. I get it. It's been a shitty year.
Historically shit year.
Like, it has been a shit year. I totaled my car last week. I thought I was out of the woods in 2020, and I fucked
damn.
over myself pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm ready, but I also think, like, can we stop blaming just the year on things? Like, maybe compartmentalize that to, like, just the 9 months. Like, in February
Let's do
2020, I was
quarterly.
having a great 2020, and then, you know, it went to shit pretty quickly. But
We were killing it.
I'm ready to give that up. The memes of 2020. In 2021, I'm looking forward most to. I don't really know.
For me, it's
Moving out of our one bedroom apartment.
becoming a dad and watching my T bottom out and me just gaining a bunch of bad weight, my hair falling out even more. But raising my son as a baby.
That's I would say if that wasn't your highlight of 2021, I'll be concerned.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
My goal is just to raise a kid who just doesn't, I don't know, walk into my office and beat the shit out of me every day. Dillon.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say get on people's laps and lick them, and then
Yes, that too.
There's another thing happening in 2021 I'm extremely excited and blessed for, but I don't know if I'm allowed to share it yet.
wow.
You know about it. I can't make it public yet.
We're getting rid of Randy.
Yeah, I can't wait. No, it's actually amazing and exciting. I just can't speak to it yet, but in time I'll share.
You're going to do the Waffle House challenge?
No. it's family related. It's nothing like
Oh, yeah.
wild ass, you know.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah. And that's it.
What are you leaving behind in 2020? You leaving COVID behind?
Selfishly, and I said it because it's been a shit year for a lot of people. I've had my 2020 has been all right.
Wow.
My 2020 has been
what
fine.
I mean?
I mean,
Like,
it's been like it is what it is.
nice.
But like, did my life change like immensely?
Like
I probably would have been at home that much.
Wash Media has done fine. So professionally, I can't complain. Family's healthy. Parks is killing it. He's crushing kindergarten right now. It's been a good year for me
Kind of turned into a
personally.
little bully, but
He's a bully. He beats Dave up, but other than that, he's a great kid.
he does offer the gift of candy. But then, like, it's like you're trading, like, the candy for him punching in the arm over and over.
It's a good. You take that trade though.
Yeah, it was good candy. I love
pretty-
Starburst.
So
Nice to me when he gave me candy.
He's very excited for you. He's like, which one should I give Sally? I'm like, give Sally all the candy.
I did eat 3 pieces. So if you count Sour Patches, just a piece.
I'm going to leave behind all the drama.
The drama.
Oh, yeah.
So much
I'm
drama.
gonna leave behind the election.
You know what
and
I'm
everything
actually
leading
leaving
up to the
behind?
election.
I'm leaving behind cable TV because Will and I cut the cord.
And all
Hell
the
yeah.
negativity.
Bye-bye,
around-
Cord.
Bye cord.
You fucking bitch.
All the political negativity. I'm leaving that behind.
Oh, I gotta tell you this, man. It ain't going nowhere. You're not gonna leave it behind.
It's not gonna be as worse.
I
or
don't
as
want to
bad,
be
as worse,
I don't want
as
to be
bad.
cynical, but do you feel like when the clock strikes midnight on January 1st, 2021, like our problems aren't going to be solved. So like it's
No,
the same
no.
shit, different
the
day.
Orange Man ain't going anywhere.
But with the
getting a
inauguration,
podcast.
and
I'm not talking about politics. I'm just
Oh,
talking about
oh.
everything. Like
oh no. But,
so
but the vaccine moving in is a huge thing for us.
yeah,
for
I'm very
everybody.
excited about it. Maybe that's what I should be excited for in 2021.
Hopefully the job market recovers.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of folks out of work. It sucks. People struggling.
Well,
It's been a shit.
I
look, it's just
encourage
been a
everyone
shit
who's
year.
listening
People out
to
there
think
having
of
sex
something they
once
want
a
to
quarter.
leave behind, something they are looking forward to.
That is a great question that I wish I had more time to think about. I probably.
I wish I
crushed
had
it.
something more exciting to say.
Yeah. Anyway,
There's like 10 pounds I gained during the pandemic from banana bread that I'd love to leave behind.
Ooh, that sounds fantastic.
I think that's coming with me in
Do
the new
y'all,
year.
do y'all want to do New Year's Eve at the Rice Hotel
I need to get back in shape. The what?
in Houston? The big Rice Hotel.
Such a like niche Houston like post college joke. Like, hey, we're doing Rice Hotel.
Yeah, we're doing a Rice Hotel.
What the hell's Rice Hotel?
Yeah, you know, you're invited. It's an excuse.
There's a big hotel party. Okay, you
very,
clearly
like-
never went. Loser.
It's just a bunch of coked out mid-20s dudes. It's
Sounds
not
awesome.
just that. It is.
Sounds pretty sick.
They do it in Dallas too. They do it everywhere.
All right, folks. You know what? A strong episode to close out the year. I'll say it. No shame in that. Agree?
It was very good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I had fun.
You had fun?
Yeah.
Did you have fun, Sally?
That's what I'm looking forward to in
Yeah.
2021.
Sally said,
More fun.
Hotline number, once again, 888-362-6245, or write it at the link in the Twitter bio at Mailin Podcast. We'll talk to you in 2021. Bye.